Then there's the application modernization, which is, you know, and I'm sure this is true for you, but many of the companies we work with have started on the modernization journey, but it was almost like an elective. It wasn't mandatory, and now it's mandatory, right? So there is cash, you know, there's capital to be extracted from a lot of heritage IT organizations. And if you tried to modernize your application portfolio or your application layer 5 years ago and you didn't get what you were hoping for, it's time to try again. The tools are better, the processes are better, the options are better from a cloud migration perspective. So that application modernization is absolutely something to look at. And then JP, your notion about workforce productivity, managing the workforce differently, rebalancing who's doing what in reaction to this pandemic shock, that is an untapped asset, right? And again, it comes back to imagination. Can you look at that salesperson that may have been doing the same thing for some time and say, no, she can do all of this other stuff. She can be repurposed and actually do higher value added work during this crisis. Not higher value added, but different value. And then automation, of course, you know, where can RPA be deployed quite quickly? And then one more, I think, that warrants some consideration is software engineering, right? The modernization of software engineering. So being able to do that virtually, being able to work in more of a pod model, looking for more distributed development models. That also has changed a lot in the last couple of years. So being able to generate that software that is more essential today than ever in a low cost, low risk way. So yes, you know, it'll feel like you lack the capital, but in many cases, the capital does exist if you take the right steps to be able to go unlock that pretty quickly. And that ultimately, if you take those all things together, I think that's how you own the consumer experience, right? Because ultimately, there's a cost element and there's a revenue side, right? And companies that lose control of their consumers at this point, it's going to be very, much more difficult to come out of this.